Hi viewers, welcome to Everything Happiness channel. I am Captain Grandmaster Shaji Matthew. Hello friends, today we will discuss about the India's Gen Z agitation or outbursting that has happened in the Ladakh and the Leh area. What is the actual factor of this agitation or this strike? This is an eye-opener to the nation as well as the government. Actually, what has happened in this Ladakh Union Territory area? They, the people who are over there, the Ladakh as well as the Kargil, this place, they want the autonomy of that Ladakh area as well as our statehood. The government is worried about if giving statehood or self-governing in the village area. Self-governing it is a border to the Chinese, our surrounding nations. This will definitely affect our internal security of the country. So the government must have to think very clearly and to allow these people's demand. The leader of social worker, the Sonam Wang Chuk, he was the leader, social worker and educationalist, and he was arrested already and he was in the jail, and the government is thinking he was the motive. The government is considering he was the motive behind these agitations, these India's Gen Z agitations. The youths come to the agitation very largely, and they destroyed the government offices as well as they attacked the police, CRPF, and 30 police officers got injured, and finally it was a burning. The one day the city was burning, the Ladakh city was burning, and four peoples died by police shooting, and 70 people's very severe injury. This was happened due to this because the leadership of Sonam Wangchuk, he was is in a agitation of hunger strike, and many people with him, and some old peoples who are doing in hunger strike was in condition was worse, and the police and the government was delayed to bring them to the hospital, and the youths got angry, and mob that came very heavily to the site, to the hunger strike location, and the outburst of this Ladakh Gen Z, we can say the Gen Z agitation was burst out. The thing is that the youths don't have the brain, and they are younger, they don't have the thinking much ability. They wanted to burn the CRPF Javans, CRPF forces, and they destroyed the CRPF jeeps, police jeeps, and the police commissioners, and attacked the 30 police officers. Got injured, very heavily injured. So the police is forced to do the stringent action. They they fired, and for younger's life was lost. So many injured, and the hunger strike was called off, and the Sonam Wangchuk went to his house, and the curfew is already going on. But this event is, what is the real factor, real cause of this strike, this agitation, was that the local people and the especially this group of people, they don't want the development in that area. They are saying that will destroy destroy the ecosystem of Ladakh and that area. They don't want much development. They are fueling the people who are the Marx Award winner, this Sonam Wangchuk and all, saying it will against the ecosystem. And actually, the government want to develop this area because the border region, it was very necessary for the internal security of our country. That maybe the outside force also interfering with interfering and giving help to this agitation in the government organizations now investigating CBI as well as the other government agencies. What is the real cause of this movement and this agitation and outburst? The thing is that we can also think that the other side also the government must have the problem, must have a favor of the favor of the some big business as well as in the corporate rule. The youngsters want job, that is the main thing. The youngsters and the poor people, their life want to improve, and the big government officials and the bureaucracy is corrupted, and the people who are favoring for themselves the youths did not getting the job, and that is the main reason for this agitation. That's what happened in the Nepal also, and we have seen in so many countries this type of agitation and outburst is happened. That is happened in the Nepal as well as in the Bangladesh and Myanmar and Sri Lanka, and even in the Arab also, so many countries it has happened. The main reason of this is the people agitating because of jobless and self-employment, no employment. The people are not getting the job. People are, if are getting the job, they are doing the job. They don't have the time to do the agitation and all like this of outburst. The youths are. The second thing is the suppression of the media. The main media is now thinking about worried and suppressed by the government, and the real story and real picture is not coming out. Now the social media time, everybody have the social media media outburst. The short media is the youths and the youngsters and many people in India and so many countries now. This so much of power, and they are not working for the profit or the company wise. This is the individuals. They are expressing their views, and the correct pictures are coming out now. Already the social media is taken over the viewers as well as the big representing the media over the information exchange. That is the real factor. Now the people are getting different views, different angles, the aspects, and the different facts. So the youngsters are leading want to change especially in the corruption and the bureaucratic disorders. They wanted to correct it and give the progress to the country, but without thinking this burning the destruction of government officers as well as the force, and burning and taking law in their hand in the mob, that was not acceptable. That will destroy our youth's careers and their life, and it will be the total destruction of the country, and it will not be last. We should go by through the peace way, like Mahatma Gandhi says, without crime. We wish to go the peaceful way of strike, and the peaceful way we have to take over our control. The power we have to take over by the democratic way. We have the right to agitate peacefully, and not by destructive, by force way. And many after 1947 we have seen so many governments. These governments all are come by democratic way. But in India, what is the actual thing, actor factor, and what is happening in the outside the world? It is not happening in India because we must know the thing is that the diversity of states, and our diversity is our power. We have 28 states, and the states people are different in thinking, different way of life, different religion, different customs, different culture. This diversity, though, so everybody come together is very difficult. That is why we are surviving with our democracy, and not due to because our government or force and all. Because this one is just opposite to others. This altogether became a unity. That the diversity exist and became one unity. That is what it is happening now in India. the thing is that we can say in the force also there are so many regiments. One is Gurkha regiment, and this Madras regiment, as in Southern regiment, there's a Northern regiment, like that, different culture, different attitude, different thinking, different way of settlement. That is one against one is using, and the diversity of power, especially in the state power, not centralizing to the one government, one power, one nation, one talking, one thinking, one religion. It is not possible. This diversity is the main thing in India now. The democracy prevails, and it is lasting, and that is what in the world's largest democracy exists. This Gen Z Ladakh strike is outburst is eye-opener to the government, and the government must understand the youth and younger generations and this corruption as well as the favorism to the self-parties, the government and the one party. This will affect radically to the every people, and the people want a job, and people want the prosperous in their life. The new generation people, so they don't have much thinking power and all. They will burst across, as we have seen in the many countries. In many places, this was the eye-opener to the government, and the government must concentrate on the eradication of corruption as well as the favorism to favors to their own factory, and the democracy only prevails. And every state is, if you started this type of strikes and outbursts, then it is difficult for the government to handle the situation. Force will be, the people power is come very heavily, very big way. The force cannot do anything, and we have seen this is in the China as well as in the Russia as well as the Syria as well as in the many countries. We have seen the government will be overthrown, and the total anarchy will be happened. So our youths must think, and we have to be the peaceful way. We demonstrate our strike, and the peaceful way we have to change the system, and that is what we have to do. And my dear friends, this is the message. We have seen this, how the people of younger generations really act without thinking. And the burning, the Ladakh was burning, and so many police officers and so many people have died, and many got very damage to the country of burning, and worsted the mob. That is why it was happened. So the diversity is the power. So we must encourage that, and we must be proud of our nation, and not in the destruction. We must unite for the peace. Thank you very much. I am Captain Grandmaster Shaji Matthew. Please like, comment, and share. This is the new type of Gen Z strike and outburst in India, and the countries it is happening, and it should not to be repeat again. And the government must have set up a correct vigilance to govern the people properly without corruption, and giving the employment, job, and in the education system, the false systems must have broad mind and peace, and humans are the humans power is very much used for the development of our nation as well as in the world. And unity is the power, not in the attack or in the terrorism or the pseudo religion we must avoid. Thank you. Out.